Hello, we're looking at problem number 3 on page 36 of your Geometry Part 1 textbook. This is how to find a missing angle measure. We have that angle KPL and angle JPL are a linear pair. The very first thing they tell us is that that's a linear pair. By definition, if you'll remember, that means that those two angles are going to add up to be 180 degrees. They're two angles that are side by side that end up making a straight line, which is called a linear pair. So, with that being said, it tells us that KPL is 2x plus 24, and it tells us that JPL is 4x plus 36. So that's what all this right here is kind of telling us to do. We're going to add these two angles together, We're going to add these two angles together and make them equal to 180 because that's, again, the definition of a linear pair. If you'll remember from up there, KPL is 2x plus 24. JPL is 4x plus 36. Together, they're going to equal 180. So if I just simply combine like terms, 2x plus 4x is going to be 6x. 24 plus 36 is going to be 60. If I subtract that 60 over to this side, I end up with 6x equals 120. Then if I divide both sides by this 6, I'm going to end up that x equals 20. Now that's only part 1. That helps us find what the x value is. Now, to find what the real angle measures are, we're going to have to substitute x equals 20 back into the problem. So if we take KPL, this would keep moving on me. If we would take KPL, which is 2x plus 24, excuse me, I'm so sorry about this, and substitute in the 20 for that, then we're going to find out that x equals 24. Okay? And if we take JPL, which is 4x plus 36, and we put in the 20, that's 4 times 20 plus 36, or 116. So that's how you solve those particular problems. Now, let's look at the got it, kind of work that together. It says, how can you check your results in problem 3? The way that you would check your results is you would simply add the two numbers together, the 64 and the 116, and see if they really do equal 180. And that's how you could kind of check yourself to see if you're on the right track or if they're correct. They should add up to be 180, and they do. For part B, it's kind of like the problem we just did. It's telling me that angle ADB and angle BDC are linear pairs. The measure of ADB is 3x plus 14, and the measure of BDC is 5x minus 2. So what I'm going to do is simply add 3x plus 14 to 5x minus 2. I'm going to add those together, and just like before, I'm going to set those equal to 180. If I again combine like terms, that's going to give me 8x equals, not equals, 8x plus 12 equals 180. Okay? If I subtract the 12 over, then that's going to give me that 8x equals 168, and then if I divide again both sides by 8, x is going to end up equaling 21. All right. Now, if I were to substitute those back in, I would end up with the same thing. If I substitute it back in for the ADB, that's going to end up being 77, which is this one up here. If I substitute the 21, I don't know why that's not writing, but if I substitute 21 back in here, then 5 times 21 minus 2 would end up giving me 103. And those two together do add up to be 180. Hope this was helpful.